Hey, what's up, guys? Starpool here, and I decided to do another um, video review, but we're going to switch it up a bit, and we are going to go the Star Wars The Clone Wars route, and we are going to review the Star Wars The Clone Wars 3¾ inch R2-D2. So here we are, and there he is, and let's take a quick look at his card back. I only have the card back because um, I ripped into the the blister and stuff. But let's try to take this out. And by the way, I'm using the Cars 3 Driven to Win case to elevate my phone a bit. So here's the card back. Very nice picture of R2-D2 right there. It says Star Wars right there. It would say the Clone Wars, but that part was ripped out, and most of the card on the front was ripped out. But you can see the Shadow of the Dark Side kind of design, which is my favorite design for this kind of packaging. On the back here, you can see CW27, R2-D2, and right here you have your obligatory product shots, which, by the way, the one I have right here is a custom, but Hasbro should have had this shade of bluish gray on the dome instead of what they originally put on him, but oh well. Same with the Silver Force rocket boosters. I mean, the prototype actually looks a lot better than the actual product until you actually paint it up like that, so just pointing that out. But anyway, Star Wars The Clone Wars logo right there, all the other figures in the wave. You got the Jungle Camo ARF Trooper, Mundi Flame Clone Trooper, or Flamethrower Clone Trooper, excuse me, and the Clone Pilots Goji. So there you have that, legally stuff, some advertisement for the Galactic Battle game, and you can see a picture of R2 from the Clone Wars movie, as well as a bio if you'd like to read it. And that's basically it for the card back. And hi. So moving right along, here is R2-D2 from the most amazing Star Wars animated series, Star Wars The Clone Wars, and I am so sad Disney canceled it. I'm so sad they canceled it. They only had, like, oh crap. Sorry, my phone likes to be a butt. Guess I gotta move some stuff around. But, yeah, Star Wars The Clone Wars was supposed to have 8 seasons, but nope. Disney had to cancel the series after 13 seasons of Season 6. Or, 13 episodes of Season 6, excuse me. Which is extremely upsetting, but, you know, whatever. But, here's our first comparison right here with, Captain Rex with the propulsion pack and jetpack, 2012 Anakin Skywalker, Season 3, or, by the way, this Anakin is from, Season 3 to 6 in the Clone Wars, and Season 3 to 5, technically 6, Ahsoka, and his best buddy, C-3PO. So, let's just move these guys to the side. There's Rex, there's Anakin, there's Ahsoka, and 3PO. So let's get right down to Mr. R2-D2 right here. And I don't know why I said that, but, you know, I said it. Whatever. But, if I can get the camera situated. You know what? Let's see if we can just put it down. Yeah, that works. Works like a champ. So, I pretty much got this case for no reason. but hey, I tried to make something work. But anyway, here's R2-D2, and as you can tell, he's your average R2 series astromech droid with a white body, white legs, blue panels here and there, and a in this case a gray and blue R2 series dome. So yeah, so I haven't reviewed an action figure in a while. I mean, I've attempted it, but it pretty much failed. So you know what? Let's get in close here and on the details. So let's just zoom in a bit here. And we'll go from top to bottom, so as you can see, and I will go over the custom bits here and there. Like these little light blue squares are called the logic function displays, and I picked that out in, I mean, it was already painted in light blue, but I redid the light blue, and I put some regular blue in there to kind of make a pixelated effect. So there you have that. He's got his eye picked out in black, his processor state indicator picked out in red, nice blue panels, got the projector with the gray and black, and on the top of the dome, you could kind of see where or what shade it was originally. It was that kind of, grayish blue metallic color, which it didn't look really good. It looked like the dome was like one solid shade of blue, and it just didn't look good, so. But anyway, coming around to this side, you got some panels. Obviously, this isn't as complex as the movie version of R2 because, you know, the Clone Wars was really simplistic in their designs, which was actually really cool. I liked it. Then you have the secondary processor state indicator picked out in kind of a yellowish white. And then I did pick out these two knobs, which I think are his on and off switches in blue. Got the projector up there, and the projector on the back. Then here's his multicolored diagnostic display, which the blue, the green, and the red I left alone. I painted half of this orange one in light blue, and then this one in kind of a lavender. I didn't know it was supposed to be pink, but, I mean, it still works, so there you have that. And got a couple more blue panels, along with the kind of blue around the bottom of the dome. And there are the panels. And going down to the body, not really a whole lot. Just, you know, got some panels which have features. We'll get to that. The kind of data card slot under his dome is picked out in blue, along with his spacecraft linkage and control arms right there, and those little two panels right there. Got the panel picked out in blue with some vents. And then there's the power coupling right here, which I did repaint gray. Got some little vents and panels here and there. Got his exhaust vent right there. Then on the back, not a whole lot of stuff going on, but still some pretty cool details. And again, I picked out the power coupling in that gray color. And the center panel also has a feature, which we'll get to that. And then on the legs, you know, they have peg holes and tabs, or slots, I should say, along with the leg panel. Some very cool details. Got the power cells with the cables in a kind of orangish plastic. And a little slot under there with some wheels on the treads. And then a little skirt for his third leg. And speaking of which, well, first let's get into the articulation or posability, whatever. So his dome is on a swivel. It can swivel 360 degrees. So there you have that. His legs can rotate at the shoulders. Yes, these are shoulders. I know that astromechs have legs, but this is still called the shoulder because, I mean, it looks like a shoulder. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that too much, but you can rotate his legs 360, and he has hinged ankles, and then he has wheels on the bottom so he can roll, which is nice, but you're not going to have him rolling on two legs. No. He has a removable third leg, which has a wheel in the center of it, so all you got to do is lean R2 back like so, snap the third leg in place, hinge his ankles like so, and there you go. Now he's in a moving around or tripod stance. So there you have that. And he rolls decently. I mean, you can kind of hear him rattle as he moves along, which is cool. I do like that. And yeah, now you may be wondering, hey, why are there pegs and why are there peg holes and slots in his legs? Well, they are to accommodate these two rocket boosters, which have the transparent light blue flame, which isn't removable. And I've thought about making him removable, but why bother, you know? But let's get a close-up look on one of these. I did repaint most of, like, the gray part. I did repaint, and then I pretty much weathered it in a silver dry brush. So that worked out great. Then all you have to do is just insert the kind of peg and slot on the rocket booster into the leg, and there you go. And to get an even proper kind of rocket booster pose, there you go. Now you can have him activate his rocket boosters and fly off like that. But yeah, let's just insert his third leg again. Get him into his tripod stance. And like I said, he does have panels in the front, which do have a feature. You open this panel, and there you have R2's computer interface arm, which, if you don't know, R2-D2's, let me get the card back, R2-D2's computer interface arm activates the terminals, which you could kind of see his computer interface arm right there in that terminal. So he does have this in the movies as well, but it's not as detailed. So there you have that. There you can see it in the product shot right there. And then he does also have a panel that opens here that reveals his mechanical gripper arm. So there you have that. Then at the top here, you'll notice that one of the panels has some gaps around it, and that is to get your, well, I already chewed all my nails off, but basically you try to get your nail in there. Hold on. I should not have chewed my fingernails off. Ugh, this is a disaster already. Oh, there we go. So you don't chew your fingernails off, so you can get this up, and then extend it all the way, and there you have R2-D2's periscope. And no, it's not, I mean, I don't know, people call it a sensor scope for whatever reason. I mean, I kind of get it with the whole 1970s commercials, but it's actually called a periscope. So then I did pick out that little circle there in white to simulate a light going off. And now we end. Or I'll show you the last feature here, which you open this panel, and he has a little grappling hook, which can be a pain to get out, whether you have nails or not. So I usually use either the flames of one of the rocket boosters to get it out, or if you have like a paper clip or a lightsaber or a missile or something like that, you can just pull it out there, and then let me move my arm over here, and basically you pull this out and his dome will go crazy. Maybe not this time, but it usually does. And you have his tow cable and a little grappling hook here, which is really cool. It's just cast in gray plastic, which I wish this is the same kind of gray plastic they used for the dome, so I didn't have to paint that, but hey, you know, whatever. And, yeah, you know, that's his tow cable, and then it goes into that little hole. And what you do to wind it up is you rotate the dome, and I can get it out of the way from the treads. You can basically wind this up and store it in there. Now, it does hinder the head movement, but what I usually do is I keep the hook in there, then I close the panel, and then after that I rotate his head a few times, just so that you get some freedom in the dome movement. So there you have that. And then, you know, with a periscope, you just push it down like that. Then you take his computer interface arm, fold that down, close up the panel. And same thing with a mechanical gripper. You know, you just fold that down, close it up, and there you go. And then if you want his rocket boosters off, you just remove them from the legs. And there you go. So there you have that. Now, I did show you with Anakin and Ahsoka and Rex and 3PO already, but here he is with Ahsoka Tano's astromech droid R7A7. So you see how they look together. Right there. And one thing to note, R7 is a straight-up repaint of R3-S6, which I'll bring in here in a moment. So that's why he doesn't have the kind of peg holes. Hold on. Sorry. But that's why he doesn't have the peg holes on the sides of his legs. So we'll get more into that when we review R7A7. So there you have him. Let's bring in R3-S6, the, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the Clone Wars, but the traitorous astromech droid that is a spy for General Grievous and is R2's replacement when he gets, kidnapped, and, yeah, this guy's a spy, so you see how they look together. These two were actually the first astromech droids released. Like, first it was R2, and then it was, R3, but I didn't get R2 when he was first released, so I got the Shadow of the Dark Side versions. So there's really no difference, it's just the packaging difference. So yeah, you can see how they look together, and if you want, let me set the camera down. You totally have them like battle it out, like have R2 bash into R3 and, you know, all that kind of stuff. If you play with your action figures, which is what I do, so. Anyway, there you have that. And then, Oh crap, I almost knocked down a droid. Here he is with Obi-Wan's female astromech droid, R4-P17, who is a tie between her and Chopper for my favorite astromech droid other than R2-D2. So as you can see, R2 is blue, white, and gray, and R4 is maroon, white, and silver. So there you have that. I really do like this droid. This is like my favorite droid other than R2, so there you have her. Here he is with my custom R5013. So there you have them. They were actually in a skate park promo video for the Clone Wars. So if I find that, I'll put a link into the if I find the video before I upload this, I'll post a link in the description where you can watch these two do skateboard stunts and all that kind of stuff. They don't actually use skateboards, they use their treads, but, there you have that. And we'll bring in R7-D4, Plo Koon's R7 series astromech droid, or prototype R7 series astromech droid, which I'll get into more about that when I review either this guy or R7A7, but he is Plo Koon's droid. So there you have them together. And they were actually fighting in one of the episodes of the Clone Wars. The title R2 Come Home, Season 2, Episode 21 of the Clone Wars. So there you have that. And one common thing that these two have is Plo Koon never wanted R7-D4's memory wiped because he didn't want to risk losing R7's unique personality. So there you have that. I wish we got more of this guy in the Clone Wars. But it is what it is. And for a special comparison, here is R2 with my custom R2-KT. So there you have that. And I ship this. I don't know about you, but I ship this so much. I mean, come on. Aren't they just adorable together? I mean, look at them. They want to go out on the beach for their first date. I don't know. There you have KT with R2. And, I guess we'll bring 3PO back in just for some final thoughts. So, there you have the two droid best friends that have been through it all. But yeah, I really do like this R2. He is just awesome. Oh. Sorry about that. That was my my dad. He was telling me something, but which is not important.
You coming to eat?
Yes. Sorry, my mom decided to interrupt this recording, which is no big deal. She's just telling me to come eat. But as you can see, here's R2 with the 2015 to present mold of the Build-A-Droids for Disney's Droid Factory. And there is the Black Series 3 3/4 inch R2, which is my second favorite 3 3/4 inch R2. This is obviously my first because of the hidden gadgets and tools and all that kind of stuff. And this is my favorite, and I actually customized this a bit, which I'll get into when I review this one. But for the time being, it's just about the Clone Wars one. But there you go. Just forgot to include that. And yeah. Now we can get to final thoughts. So final thoughts wise, this is a really cool 3 3/4 inch scaled R2, and there are some eBay sellers that still carry this R2, and you know what, I'm gonna have to pick up the camera, but some people still carry this R2 on eBay for about like $5, $10, $15. So if you're not concerned about the packaging, I suggest get a loose and complete R2. And it's just so unfortunate that not only was the Clone Wars canceled, but when Hasbro decided to make a Clone Wars R2 in 2013, they used the R7-D4 mold, which is both a good and bad thing. I mean, as you can see, this is a lot more screen accurate and over this, but still, I mean, with that, you get a bunch of hidden gadgets and stuff. With this guy, you don't really get but two, and I'll get into that when I review R7-D4. But, yeah, just, this R2 is amazing, and if you can get one from eBay, I highly recommend you track one down, and if you can't, then, I'm sorry, but, I hope, I really hope Hasbro takes this mold and make it the movie design, because this is a near perfect 3 3/4 inch R2-D2, and, yeah, I mean, you have the gigantic panels, but you know what? It's to incorporate the gimmick, and if people don't like that, then, well, there's something wrong with them, because, I mean, hidden gadgets in a R2 this size, you can't beat it, honestly, you can't beat it. But, I almost forgot to show you R2's battle game card, which I still need to play the game. As you can see, nice picture of R2 right there, using his rocket boosters. And then there are his abilities and strengths and stuff, if you want to read it. No surprise about his mechanical skill being the highest, but, yeah, and then on the back, it's just instructions for the game, so there you have that. And, yeah, I love this R2, and, he's just so cool, and like I said, if you haven't seen him, oh, by the way, I did do a silver wash on him, so there's that. But yeah, if you have a chance to get this R2, you need to get it. I mean, if you're an R2 fan, if you're an Astromech fan, and if you're a fan of the Clone Wars and you don't have this already, I highly recommend you get it because this thing is amazing, amazing. So. Anyway, that's my review on the Star Wars: The Clone Wars 3 through. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry. The Star Wars: The Clone Wars 3 3/4 inch R2-D2, and I think next we'll take a look at C3PO because it's just logical that way. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. Okay, see ya.